Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a year. It's time to review the beast, the animal, the 8S Kraton. Whoa. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. That's right, continuing in the series of 1 year reviews. Time to take the 8S Kraton out. God, what a beast. Oh, and starting with the review, that would probably be one of the downsides, is the size. You really need a lot of room to enjoy something this large. You really do. If you don't have good open spaces, I really wouldn't recommend getting one, because you're just not going to have much fun with it. And they're kind of expensive to skate park, because if you break stuff on these larger ones, whoo, unless you got the money, then that's fine. But let me start out with a couple of the dislikes here while we got it close. So, body pins, glad to see that they're starting to go away with that. Starting to try the clipless on the newer Kratons. Right here on the hood, you will get some bulging from the body hitting the shock towers. Mine on this one's not too bad, because at this point, I've learned to put foam on the shock towers, which really helps. Also, these pillow balls, they do work loose, and it's nice. On the newer Kraton, they finally did replace that with a screwed in kind of captured setup, so it shouldn't back out like this one does. And the axles, now these things are so long that if you do a lot of air and you come down and you hit, that sudden snap movement will bend them. Now, I talked to Avery at M2C at Armageddon. I was looking at the axles he offered, and he even told me that if you don't do droop screws, even with his axles, you'll bend stuff. So I've had people ask me, droop screws. So I don't have them on. I thought I installed them on this. It must have been the, yeah, I guess it was the Outcast. Yeah, the Outcast. So right here in the control arm is 2 screw holes. So you put the screws there, and what it does, it hits this plate. So you can see what it does is it keeps this arm from going all the way like this. Now look at, see when you're down here like this, see how flat everything is? See how steep of an angle everything is? So when you jump, if you could stay like this and hit, you're landing everything straight. Right now, when you jump, these things are coming out at a full angle, and then when you hit, boom. So droop screws, yes. So they limit the amount of droop. So basically, you can it'll kind of set the ride height of the vehicle. It also limits, like when you jump, how far down these go. I said I got that right from Avery at M2C. He even told me that if you don't do the droop screws, the even his axles will bend. Now I think I've always had more of an issue with the Outcast. I think because it's a higher vehicle than the Kraton, so it seems to do it more. But I will do some droop screws on here. So it is something that if you buy one of these, look to do, because those axles, they are not cheap at all. None of this 8S stuff is cheap. And also, I would just point out, like this, I don't really care for these threaded upper. I'd rather this just be a control arm, like in the front. I don't really care for this threaded stuff, because you have, this is hollow plastic with threaded. That's always a weak point. It would be stronger, especially on something that you call an EXB. If that was like a control arm or something just a little bit, or a straight fixed piece. Come on, guys, on a basher, we really don't need the adjustability. We really don't. But as far as any other negatives, Really not much. I would just say weight. Weight is a big factor with this thing. It is a very heavy RC to move around. It also takes up a lot of space. And I would say there's a cost to it. The RC itself is expensive. And then you're gonna, if you want the maximum out of it, you need 2 4S batteries. And then generally that's where you start getting into the larger, more expensive chargers, is when you start getting something that can do 4S. So there's a cost. I mean, for some of us, like, you know, like me, that I've been in the hobby for a minute, it really wasn't anything for me to determine, because I already had the chargers, I already had 4S batteries for other stuff. So it might not be for everybody. Guys, remember, when I do reviews and stuff like that, I try to think of all possibilities, from the experience to the people just getting into the hobby, and try to just think of it as a beginner would look at it. Doesn't have anything to an experienced person, you know. Kind of, I'm trying to like think what the general population would look for in an RC car. Some of it's my own 2 cents. Like for me, I would much prefer a clipless body. Now honestly, on these larger vehicles, it doesn't bother me as much, because it's easier to get these pins in and out. On the smaller stuff, yeah, it's real pain. Some of you might not think of it. You just wait till you get in the 50s and up, and your eyesight's not so good anymore. Trying to get that pin in there is a challenge. Now, man, what do I like about it? Oh, taking sand showers. I love it. I mean, I love the looks. I mean, look at this thing. What's not to like about the way that thing looks? It just looks pissed off and angry. It is a beautiful RC. That freaking wing in the back, the red anodized stuff on it. I mean, oh, it looks, it's probably one of the best looking RCs out there. Power is so sudden and brutal with this thing. Something like the X-Max, like I've had people ask me between this and the X-Max, and I would say the X-Max and the XRT are more of a kind of a fun, I would say fun RC. The power comes on easy. They are fast. You know, they do put down power, but it just, to me, it just seems to do it in a calmer manner. This and the Outcast, really, to be honest, just seem pissed. That's the best way I can describe it. They just seem like pissed off, like they just want to annihilate the ground. Like that. Look at what that, oh man. Wow, that took a freaking chunk out. Good grief. Woo! Yeah, man, Kratons were born to fly. Ooh. Jeez. Been a minute since I gotta get used to these heavier. That's another nice thing with these big cars. I've had so many cars get stuck in that stuff right there. This thing, no. See, that's why when I landed, I started hitting the brakes and the back end started coming up, so I didn't want to flip over, so I let go of it. That is one thing that sucks, man. If this thing breaks or the batteries die completely, this is a heavy thing to carry all the way back to the car. So that is something to consider. But I do love the size of these things. It's something so different. There's no mistaking that that you have something out here. It's not like, is there something I don't know what that is? Nah. Even from a distance, you know this is a big RC car. Ooh. So for me, I wouldn't buy this for skate park. It's just kind of heavy. It's really expensive if you break stuff. Maybe if you want to do that, the 6S version. I do love that 6S. Man, that thing, it's so light. The power to weight ratio on that thing is just amazing. Things like part airplane. Man, so 1 year, the only thing I've had go wrong with this is I bent an axle or two. This one, like I said, because it's not as high, I haven't bent as many as I have on the Outcast. So I think that's probably why, because this one's not as high. But that's been it. Nothing's broke. God, man, what a freaking beast. This thing just has so much power. There you go. People say the Kratons can't wheelie. If you want to wheelie, get the Outcast. Which the Outcast can wheelie. No, it'll do it for days. It does it easier. But yeah, the Kraton can do it. Oh, man, this is it's just something totally different. It is. It's just, these things are so hard to stop. You know, stuff that might slow down or bog down these smaller RCs don't really bother this. Let me see where my battery voltage is. Oh, I don't think when I set this up that I said it had telemetry. It very much does. I guess I'm gonna have to fix that later on. Because the nice thing with this, the iAccess or any of the Spectrum, like even the DX5, I could see like battery voltage, but I don't think I set it up on here somehow. Well, I sure don't want to have to carry this thing to the car. I'm not sure how long I've been. Look at my watch here. Alright, so this says I've been recording for 15 minutes. So that's probably good. I haven't been recording, I think, the whole day. It's been like a minute or two that probably wasn't doing something. But yeah, so let's go ahead and wrap this up so I can get this back to the car without dead batteries. The 8S Kraton, man. Beautiful car, man. I love it. You know, like I said, it's just a big, heavy car. It's a handful to oh no. Oh, good grief. It's a handful to have to carry. You need a lot of space to store it. You need a lot of space to run it. But man, if you want something unique and different, you got the money, you know, why not? Now see, it could pull itself out if it was on its wheels. Now I gotta go through this. Ow, 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 ow. Thorny stuff. Dang it. Yeah, that's the problem too. These big heavy cars, they can go rolling out really, really far off road. Ow, 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 ow. I think we're just gonna flip this thing over. And it's stuck on this stuff. Yeah. God. Oh, ow. Ow. Ow, that's thorny. Oh. So much power, man. So much power. Yeah, I mean, if you really want a different RC experience, if you've never had anything 8S, oh, I think you're in for a treat if you want to try one. Oh, I love this thing. All right. The 8S Kraton. Absolutely love this thing. It's been a fantastic vehicle for the past year, and I'll have a whole lot more content with this. So like RC Guy Garage says, I'm going to guilt trip you. Links down below, ways to help the channel, affiliate links if you want to buy one of these through AMAIN or Horizon. If you buy anything off of Amazon, start at my store, and I get commission for directing you to Amazon, and it helps me buy these cars. And it is greatly appreciated, those of you that do. It really, really helps. So thank you very, very much. All right, everyone, hope you enjoy watching the 1 year review of the 8S Kraton. Freaking amazing, wild, powerful beast. And you know, we got some other channel out there trying to run this thing on 6S, because you know they can't handle all that. I won't say any names of their guy, but you know, if you can't handle 8S, you just can't handle 8S, because it's an untamed beast. Whoa! Golly, man. What? Oh, God, this thing just shreds everything. All right, everyone. Appreciate the support. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one.